All right. All right, we're going to continue with the De La Riva. So this technique you can do if your partner is down in the combat stance or if they're standing up. So it's pretty versatile. We're going to go to the deep De La Riva. We're going to control the arm that's closest to us. So it's a nice one if you can't get that far arm. So try to stand it up. So if I'm here like this playing De La Riva or pushing my partner and I can't grab the collar and I can't grab this far arm, he's pulling it away from me, this arm's always going to be close, right? So I can take advantage of it and control it. So again, you can control with your hand down on the ankle. You can be grabbing the pant leg, all right, and you can be grabbing the sleeve. This also works pretty good if your partner's trying to pass, puts a hand on the hip or something and you're kind of here. You can grab this, break the grip, and then come back in, cool? So from this situation, I am going to go to the deep De La Riva. So I'm going to start to push up off him, turn my body and get my hook nice and deep to the other side, cool? So I'm controlling now with my leg all the way through and I've changed the base. He's no longer able to sort of like turn his leg and face me so I can start to attack. Now, with the other foot, you can kind of set it up like a De La Riva X. You could even be pushing on the opposite bicep if you wanted to. But what I want to do here is, what I like to do here is I like to put the side of my foot right into the armpit here and push him up. Cool? So now I'm opening up some space to work with. If he brings his elbow down and starts to like block, if I put my foot in, I can kind of push him away and open him up. All right? So if you're finding like your partner's really closing in, you're just sliding your foot up the thigh until you grab a hold of like hook under his armpit. And all I'm going to do here is almost like push him away and open his arm up, all right? But if you've got control of this sleeve anyway, you can just put your foot here just so it can't come down, or just so you've got some better control of the like better distance management here, cool? Now, when you're ready, you're going to shift your hips to the outside. And I'm going to bring my leg right over the top of his arm and feed it over, almost like I'm doing like a reverse lasso, okay? So I'm going to go 1, 2, and then from here, my leg is going to go through and pass all the way to the other side. So I'm putting 2 hooks in, okay? From this position now, I'm going to take my De La Riva foot out and put it on the floor. I used to do this arm lock a lot just from here. All right, so I used to go here, open the knee, put pressure, and as he rolls, I used to kind of get stuck here a little bit, which is all right if you want to do like other things, but for tapping the arm now, I used to have to push the leg, bring my leg out, and this was all sort of stuff that would, you know, this can all end up being space-making stuff. Like as I'm going like this, you can be wiggling out and moving, and I go like this and try to go for the arm lock. So nowadays, I just use the pressure on the arm. Once you're controlling that arm, there's a lot of pressure, isn't there, Ty? So when you're here, you go 1, 2. I just do that to kind of control. Bring my leg in, turn. So I'm facing his armpit, looking at my foot. And then from here, I'm going to bring my leg in and push it all the way through. So now I've got this, I control here. I'm going to change my grip. I go from the foot, same 2 hands on the arm. Take my foot out. And all I do now is I just keep walking my hip past his foot. So look, I keep turning. So now he has to roll. I'm still maintaining my hook the whole time. Pull the arm, step, slide in, and then we can get the arm lock here. All right? There's a lot of pressure on the shoulder when you do this, guys, okay? So 1, 2, look, step, go deep, De La Riva. Foot goes in, you can turn. So I'm just using this to open the space. You don't have to do this. If your partner's not closing anything down, you can just go straight forward. Cool? So I'm going to bring my leg in, through, and in. Now it's important your leg goes over the top of the elbow. You're not like down here sort of trying to feed it in. You just slide in and hook with 2 feet. From this situation now, 2 hands on the one sleeve. So I'm pulling his arm towards me. From here I take my hook out and put it flat on the floor. Shift your hip to the outside of the foot. Stretch the leg, keep the hook so you can't run too far, bring your hips in, and then you can set the arm lock here, all right? It's a really strong position, this sort of, now what if he doesn't roll, right? So like, let's go here, I go 1, 2. If I'm here and I put my foot in, he doesn't roll, and he just puts his hand, he just doesn't want to roll, all I'm going to do is just pull his arm straight up. Okay? So if he doesn't roll, he's going to get arm locked anyway, because remember, arm locks, straight arm locks, guys, I'm controlling his shoulder and I'm controlling his arm, right? His hand. His elbow is behind my thigh. So that would be effectively my knee or my leg here would be my hips. This would be controlling like a normal hand here, like I was holding it onto my belly, and my thigh now, the back of my thigh would be my belly. So if he doesn't move, I just continue, he's going to get tapped. So he'll roll. As he rolls, just make sure you keep that control. Bring the hips in, and then put the arm lock on here. Now, if you want to make the arm lock a little stronger, you can always stay in this position after you finish the roll and use your hook behind the back of the head. Cool? Now, what I do is I bring the other leg over the top. Okay, so I'm hooking and closing his head. One of the things you guys will do a lot when you do arm locks is you'll go like this, and the guys will run and they'll move and they'll turn their head and move away and things like that, right? So if they start doing that, like hitchhiker scan, you just bring your foot here and collect the head. Okay, if he tries to turn you towards the stack, I stretch my leg and I use my leg to put him down on the mat. If he tries to turn away, I just catch his head and keep his head turned to me with my leg and then put the arm lock on there. Cool? So we can really like mug around with this a little bit, guys, all right? So 1, 2, I'm going to go deep De La Riva, put my leg through, punch it all the way through. If he goes and he doesn't tap, I pull his arm straight up, boom, he's going to tap. You see what I'm doing here with the 2 grips? Once I've got the 2 grips solid, I'm pulling his arm towards me all the time. Foot comes out, hip shifts behind the leg. Stretch my leg straight, look. Or you could just open your knee if you've already got the hook good. He's going to roll. If I feel like I can't get in towards him for whatever reason, hook behind the head and then get it. Otherwise, just get your hips underneath and go for the arm lock. Cool? All right? All right, guys. Let's have a bit of a play right now. If you need help with it, just chuck your hand up. I'll come around. But yeah, let's have a bit of a play. It's sort of like a reverse Lassie. Cool? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, guys. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, it's good.